I am the result of 1,000 years, right? And my brain, my mind, my heart, my feelings are all drenched in the past, right? And the result of time. If I keep on thinking in those terms, I'll go on the same cycle for the rest of another 10,000 years. So can I stop? Can I break that chain?
Is it the first step, even if it's a very small step, to be aware of oneself, what harm one is directing, and pay attention to oneself? Even if it's a very small step, isn't that some new kind of attitude, which also perhaps could bring something to other people? I don't know.
Would you use the word attitude, which is a value?
No, I don't mean really in that sense.
It's not a state of being that if you love your son, then you have an awareness of their life, and this implies an awareness of your own way you live.
Yes,
and this is mutually established into a sense of awareness, and in a way this is what one is. I mean, how one is relating to one's son and to things generally.
Seems that my feeling that I love my son is sort of a barrier, because it doesn't let me see that I really do not love him, that I really do not love anybody.
Yes.
You know, to break this chain that you refer to, one would simply toss out everything. If there's nothing you can rely on, and you find these, all the things by which you've been living, or so on and so on, one would have to feel one would have to start again completely.
Sir, if I change, if I'm less confused, and so on and so on, will that affect the consciousness of the rest of mankind? If not, what's the point of my struggling with all this? It becomes only self-centered improvement.
That I see, yes.
So, no, I mustn't go into it.
Oh, please.
I think that it seems that we've already jumped a step there, because in order to, one has to find out why one wants to change, and it seems to me that generally speaking we don't see ourselves as part of the consciousness of mankind. I mean, that seems to be quite a step already. I mean, I don't think most of us see it.
I am mankind. Mankind is not different from me. The world is not different from me. I am the world, and the world is me. That's to me, personally, that's an absolute fact.
I don't think it is for most of us here.
Oh, that's...
But why isn't it? It's not clear to us why that's so.
What's that?
It's not clear to me why that should be so.
Why would that be so?
Yes, it's not clear to me.
I'll make all that's very simple. I suffer, I am confused, I am uncertain, jealous, anxious, lonely. So is the man down there. Right? He may live 1,000 miles away or very close to me. He goes through the same psychological problems as I do. Somewhat modified, somewhat changed, but we are standing on the same ground. He may be tall, I may be dark, he may be purple, that's irrelevant. But psychologically we are on the same ground.
Even though there's a subtle intrusion because I feel that I'm an individual.
I know, that's one of our miseries.
But we're still on the same ground with that.
Yeah,
although
of
it's a
course,
very
of
subtle
course,
trick.
of course.
Yes, okay.
So, my consciousness is the consciousness of the rest of humanity. That, to me, that is a, you follow, sir? It's a burning reality. It's not just a theory, an ideal, something to work for.
But if you change your consciousness, it doesn't change the consciousness of the man living 8,000 miles from you.
What?
If you change your individual consciousness, it doesn't change the consciousness of somebody.
No, sir,
separately.
because the consciousness of that man living 1,000 miles or nearby is like my consciousness. But I've been so educated, so conditioned, that I think I'm a separate entity, which I say is an illusion. You may dispute it, let's argue about it, let's talk about it. But I feel this is so psychologically we are similar. And if I live a confused life, I'm sustaining that common consciousness of man. So if I can step out of that, I'm affecting the whole of consciousness. You can work this out.
Yes, sorry.